Testing. Yeah, we're there. Good afternoon, everyone. This is your host, MC BKC, coming to you live from the KWTN studios. This is the REZ Ride. I hope you guys are ready. We are in the studios in beautiful Winnebago, Nebraska, uptown Winnebago, Nebraska. I guess I'm going to get it right this time. Again, this is your host, MC BKC. I am joined live in the studio by DJ All Girl, and also special guest
B-Luv's in the house.
Yeah, B-Luv's in the house. We're cruising, you guys. We're cruising. So we hope you guys are having a good time and get ready to have a good time. We have an entire show set out for you guys. How you guys feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. Enjoying this nice warm weather.
Yeah, you guys ready for springtime?
For sure.
Yeah. What comes up in springtime that you're most fired up about?
Golf season, baby.
Golf season. What about you, Sharonteed?
Oh, gee, I got to stay fat and say cookouts.
Also those magic mushrooms. Maybe not those kind, but hey, but they're going to be coming out. You thought you seen one right outside by the dumpster, but that wasn't it.
Fungus.
Yeah, something else. So here on the REZ Ride, we got an entire jam-packed program for you today. Of course, we're going to have our infamous love line where we have 8 questions this week. You guys ready to get into that later on?
Definitely.
We also have our deep cut where we reach back into the crates and pull a song that you haven't heard in a really long time and jam out to that. We have our celebrity gossip or celebrity dish, National Day, as well as some other things to bring to your listening pleasure ears, or however you want to say it. So let's jump right into a song, guys. This is Ciara with Goodies. This is the REZ Ride, you guys. Jump in. We're going cruising. Let's go.
Let's go.
My goodies. Not my goodies.
I got a sick reputation for handling brawls. All I need is me a few seconds and more, and it's a wrap. Tell the lady bring my lap, and they ain't coming back, so you can put a car right there. I'm the truth, and they ain't got nothing to prove. And you can ask anybody, cause they seen me do it. Barricades, I run right through them, I'm used to them. Throw all the dirt you want, no use. Still won't have a pen up in a fabulous room. Bone her back, picking out a basket of fruit. I love you, boo. Yeah, freaking Petey love you too. You know how I do. That
You may look at me and think that I'm just a young girl, but I'm not just a young girl, baby. This is what I'm looking for. Sexy, independent, gonna spend it, type that's getting started. I'm not being too dramatic, that's the way I gotta have it. I bet you want the goodies, bet you thought about it. Got you all hot and bothered, because I talk around. Looking for the goodies, keep on looking, cause they stay in the jar. Yeah. Just because you drive a Benz, I'm not going home with you. You won't get no nookie or the cookies. I'm no rookie. I'm sexy, independent, I ain't with it, so you already know. I'm not being too dramatic, that's the way I gotta have it. Try to hit, but I'm not done. I'm not being too dramatic, it's just how I gotta have it. I bet you want the goodies, bet you thought about it. Got you all hot and bothered, because I talk around it. Looking for the goodies, keep on looking, cause they stay in the jar.
So damn hot, but so young. Still got milk in your tongue. Slow down, little one. We ain't got long. Hey, shawty. You know, you think you bad, but you ain't bad. I'll show you what bad is. Bad is when you capable of beating the baddest. I've been working at it ever since I came to this planet. I ain't quite there yet, but I'm getting better at it. Matter of fact, let me tell it to you one more again. All I got to do is tell a girl who I am. Ain't now a chick in here that I can't have. Bada boom, bada bam, bada bam.
You're insinuating that I'm hot, but these goodies, boy, are not. Just for any of the many men that's trying to get on top. No, you can't call me later, and I don't want your number. I'm not changing stories, just respect the play I'm calling. I bet you want the goodies, bet you thought about it. Got you all hot and bothered, because I talk around it. Looking for the goodies, keep on looking, cause they stay in the jar. Yeah. I bet you want the goodies, bet you thought about it. Got you all
That was the one and the only Ciara with her hit Goodies featuring Petey Pablo. We're on the REZ Ride, you guys. This is your host, MC BKC, joined live in the studio by... Go ahead. DJ All Girl Sharonteed
And B-Luv.
B-Luv. Sharonteed, I don't think I had your mic on. You want to give us another check here?
Check.
No, much better, much better. I didn't
Okay.
have your level raised up enough. So the REZ Ride is live, coming to you every Thursday from 4 to 6, guys. So we're here for the next 2 hours to give you some of the best listening entertainment. And welcome to those that are joining us over YouTube right now. If you can't see us, we'll work on getting all the cameras activated and make sure that we have everything there. So the programming that we have, of course, one of the main things that we do is the topic of the day. And the topic of the day, what we're going to do this week is top 5 movies with a quote that is going to make that movie instantly recognizable. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm not ready yet.
Not ready yet?
I got a few, but
Got a
Okay.
few? Okay, well, that's going to be our topic of the day, you guys. So get ready for that. Also, don't forget, we do have Love Line with 8 questions. So that's going to be
Wow.
something that we get into later on in the show, as well again as the deep cut, our celebrity gossip, celebrity dish. So right off the bat, guys, any shout outs that you want to give to anyone?
Go ahead.
shout outs. See, I don't know if shout out to all my grandchildren out there if they're listening.
Oh yeah.
I got 2. We only got 2 hours. I can't name them all.
Okay. I want to give a shout out. Tonight we're having a promotion down at the Native Star Casino. It's our version of the March Madness. There's going to be shooting some hoops and chances to win some money, some free play, and get into that cash tornado. So if you don't have anything to do tonight, check out the Native Star Casino.
Nice. Native Star Casino. Have you yourselves, guys, have you ever been in the cash tornado?
I was once.
Were you? Did you get anything or?
Yeah,
go
I
by
grabbed
too
a lot.
fast?
Back then when I did it, though, I think we just kept them in our hands. We didn't have to put them out that little slot or whatever. So we just, whatever we got in our hands was good. So
Yeah.
and then, as a matter of fact, I think I got in there for one of our old couples that passed away a while ago. I think it was either Don or Vicky Snow. They had me get in there for them because one of them was handicapped. So I must have grabbed about $800, I think, that time here.
Wow.
They gave me $40.
Nice.
Hey, $40 for what, 30 seconds worth of work or however long you got to be in that cash tornado. So that's not too bad. So as we're thinking about our top 5 and getting the rest of the programming set up together and stuff, let's jump right back into another song. This is Cameo with Candy. We are cruising. Get in. KWTN 100.9 FM.
Let's go.
It's like candy. I can feel it when you walk, even when you talk. It takes over me. Yes, I'm dandy. I wanna know, can you feel it too? Just like I do. Ooh. This stuff is starting now. It's the same feeling I always seem to get around you. There's no mistaking, I'm clearly taken by the simple mere thought of you. This stuff is starting now. This stuff is starting now. This stuff is starting now. My eyes roll in my head. I toss and turn in my bed. In the morning when I think about you. Yes, I do. Simply put, you're the reason why. Even though I'm real shy, I attempt to look my best for you. Indeed, I do. Just for you. 'Cause you affect me.
That's the kind I like.
It's like candy, candy. It's so candy,
You're like a brand new feeling in a special way. A surprise package on a bright, clear, sunny day. And wrapped up tight.
Yes, that is Cameo with their awesome mid-1980s hit Candy. Did you guys like that song when it came out?
When
Yeah.
it first come out, I had kind of mixed feelings about it, but as it got older, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, Candy. How about you, Sharonteed?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good cut.
So were you a Cameo fan before they hit it big with Word Up and Candy?
Yeah, I was.
She was a fan of the Red Jock or the Red Cup.
Yes, the Red Cod piece. That's actually what it's called. And so, yeah, but, yeah, well, what's his first name? I know it's Blackman. Is it Marvin or Morris? Something like that, Blackman. I can't remember.
I think
my
it's Morris Blackman.
Morris Blackman. So, yeah, so here we are on the REZ Ride, guys. This is KWTN 100.9 FM. I'm your host, MC BKC, joined in the studio by Sharonteed and Buff. This is an awesome time that we're going to have here because on the REZ Ride, what you guys know is that what it's all about is bringing back when you used to jump in the car, you had a entire car full of your friends. Of course, the radio is jamming, blaring, playing the songs, and that's what
right.
we do throughout. And then also talk about everything, anyone, not even like that, but whatever. But you know it was true because that's what it was all about, and that's what we're going to do today. So our top 5 today is we're going to do all kinds of movies from all genres, all types, but the quote has to be recognizable. So once it gets said, it's going to be recognizable immediately. Are you guys ready to jump into number 5?
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Good,
Don't be
Sharonteed.
scared. Don't be
Okay.
scared.
I think I like, or I wanted to talk about, we're going to do the quote first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Do
should
the
do the
quote
quote
first,
so we
yeah.
can see.
Okay.
Is it recognizable?
Is it recognizable?
But it should be, yeah.
Okay. So my number 5 is when the big man was wounded.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
When the big man was killed, you must have wounded it. Its blood was on the leaves.
You gotta say it with the B too.
Leaves. I'm trying not to laugh.
We all know. Because she gaffled a couple of mine. That's the predator. That's the predator all day.
Yes, that's the predator.
Yes, Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, so many. I forget who the other actors were. I forget the name of the actor that played Billy, the native guy, Indian guy.
His name was Billy.
Yeah, so that's a good one. So that's Sharonteed's number 5. Buff, you ready to do your number 5?
Yep, my number 5 right
Okay.
here. Good morning, my neighbors. if you guys can't guess that one,
Oh, I don't think we can say the rest of it. But
yeah,
The
that's right.
responses from the street, you mean? And also, yes.
but that would be Coming to America.
Yes, Coming to America. Eddie Murphy. Yes.
And Arsenio Hall,
Yes.
aka Juju LaRose.
So they were
Twins.
and they played so many of the roles too. You know, of course, Prince Akeem and Semi
Yeah.
as the main characters, but then all the other ones too. Of course, Randy Watson,
Sexy
Yeah.
chocolate.
Sexy Chocolate. Yes. And then,
Speaking of sexy chocolate, shout out to my homegirl Candace Horn.
Oh my gosh, there's so many good ones. That movie's, like we said before, because we used it in one of the, I think the previous shows. You could quote that thing almost top to bottom. It's amazing.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's
Old
a good
fave.
one. Yes, Coming to America, Buff's number 5. So my number 5, and the quote that I'm going to use, because there's a lot from it as well, is, we did it just a few shows ago, so it's going to be an easy one, but it's, "You show is ugly." You know that one?
Oh my God. Yes, it's The Color Purple.
Yes, when Suge Avery gets brought back to the house and she meets Miss Seeley for the first time and she looks up.
Well, she has like mud. The kids had put mud and flour and stuff all over her face. So
yes.
You guys won't believe this, but I've never seen that movie.
Oh my God.
Never seen that movie. That's why I couldn't even laugh. I'm sitting there like,
no, it's they're not always comedies, guys. They're not always
okay.
comedies, but that's what makes it memorable in that. So that is our Suge Avery quote. And so that's our number 5. So here on the REZ Ride, we have some other programming that we're going to jump back into. What this is what we do. There's a really long list, and then we're going to put your guys' knowledge to the test, our celebrity birthdays. So we're going to read them off, and then we'll jump back into a few of them. Happy birthday this week to Reba McEntire, Lady Gaga, Mariah Carey, Keira Knightley, Steven Tyler, Kenny Chesney, Martin Short, Leonard Nimoy. He played Spock. Posthumously, yep. Also, happy birthday to Quentin Tarantino. Johann Sebastian Bach had his birthday this week. Ewan McGregor, he played the young Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's him. Lucy Lawless, you remember her from the TV show Xena, Warrior Princess. Supermodel Elle Macpherson, Celine Dion, MC Hammer had a birthday this week, as did Eric Clapton, Tracy Chapman, Elton John, the one, the only, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, as well as Sarah Jessica Parker, Lee Pace, Diana Ross, the originator of the House of Gucci, Mr. Gucci himself had a birthday this week posthumously, Juvenile, and NBA legend John Stockton. So those are our birthdays. So you guys, what we do now is you guys got to take a guess at how old some of them are. So what I'm going to pull out with this is how old...
Pick someone we know.
Wow. Okay. How old is Lady Gaga?
I'm going to guess she's 37.
37 says Sharonteed Buff. How old is Lady Gaga?
42.
42. I don't have my sound effects hooked up yet. Guaranteed still hooking me up with that. So ding, ding, ding. Sharon actually nailed it.
Did I?
Yes. Lady Gaga turned 37 this week.
Oh,
wow. Yes, 37. So the next one that we have then is how old is MC Hammer?
Oh, God. I would have to say...
56.
Buff says 56.
I'm going to say he's 60.
60 says Sharonteed. Wow, another one.
Did I nail it again?
Yeah, nailed it.
Oh, my.
Yep, MC Hammer is 60 years old.
We're going casino from here.
And the last one that we'll pull out of here is Diana Ross. How old is Miss Ross, the leader of the
137. She got to be about 72.
72 says Buff. Diana Ross, Diana Ross, Diana Ross.
I'm going to say she was popular in the 60s, so
Damn.
I'm going to say she's 83.
83 says Sharonteed. Diana Ross is 79.
Oh, my God.
Close. You're closer
Yeah, so
than
a
me
little bit
again.
closer. Yeah, so those are our celebrity birthdays. Let's get into a song. This is the REZ Ride. This is Brownstone with their 90s hit If You Love Me. KWTN 100.9 FM. We are cruising. Let's go.
Let's get it.
I don't wanna rain on this parade, but I'm starting to question that was made. I'm not looking for just an affair. Want a love that is based on the truth, not just dare. Not her
Show It. Yeah, that was Brownstone with their one and only hit, If You Love Me. That was a jam from back in the day, guys, that I absolutely love. God, I can't get enough of that song. That
was
me
a
back.
good cruising song.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Brings back a lot of memories.
This is the REZ Ride coming to you live on KWTN 100.9 FM. KWTN, the big voice radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago tribe. This is your host, MC BKC, joined live in the studio by... Go ahead.
DJ Sharonteed.
DJ Sharonteed and
B-Luv.
B-Luv, yes. We're coming to you live from beautiful, what we're going to call this now, Uptown Winnebago, because last time I was saying it wrong. We're not downtown. We are uptown, and that's where we're going with the rest of our programming, guys. So our topic of the day is our top 5 movies of all times, of all types, but the key in it is it's got to have a recognizable quote. So you guys ready for number 4?
We can do 4. I'll go first on
Go
this
ahead.
Sharon
Boss,
Teed.
number 4.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta try to get my my movie voice on. Okay, so there's no crying in baseball. Anybody?
Yes,
Bueller?
It's a League of Their Own.
It's a League of Their Own. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Mr.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks,
Tom
yes,
Hanks
Rosie
talking to
O'Donnell,
the-
Madonna.
Madonna, Gina
Davis.
Gina Davis, yep, I can remember her name. And a lot of other actresses on the up and coming too. And then Gary Marshall, his sister Penny Marshall was actually the director. He was the guy, the old guy that actually owned the league. Remember?
Yeah. Hey, so every time that movie comes on, no matter what I'm doing, if it comes on and I see it gonna be on, I'll always watch it. It's one of my faves too. And, I mean, it's all women baseball, but I don't know. I like the storyline and pretty good. I liked it. Good acting.
Yeah, that's a good song. It's a good song. It's a good movie. Yeah, League of Their Own. So number 4. Yeah, ready for that yet?
I am ready with for number 4.
Okay.
Okay, so I
us
gotta
that
get
quote.
my voice too. Okay, so is this the man who ruined the buffet at the Herald Club this morning?
What a pause.
God, yes.
Look and see. Is anybody tuned in? Can anybody guess it, or do we gotta guess it for them?
No, we gotta get it.
Okay, well, we already know what that is.
Yeah, the listeners are a little delayed.
They're a little delayed. All right,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna call this now. That's Beverly Hills Cop. That's Eddie Murphy.
Heck yeah.
Yes. Is this the man who wrecked the buffet? Because of course the commissioner says.
Yeah,
ruined, and
I
then-
said the commissioner's line.
Yeah. So mocking him, he brings it back out. That's a good one. Of course, Eddie Murphy's movies always have such quotable lines from them. Yeah, so that's a good one.
A lot of them got some
Yeah.
little curse words in there, so I have to
Yeah,
find the
I
most
had to
PG-rated
find-
lines.
That's true. Yeah, we do have to keep it radio friendly here. And so my number 4, guys, is definitely not a comedy, but it's going to be one that's very, very recognizable. And I think maybe even some of the sound effect, if I could do it, would probably give it away. But it's going to be, no, I am your father. So what's that one, guys?
It's from one of the Star Wars movies, but I can't.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Strikes Back, when the one, the only Mr. Darth Vader himself,
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker.
Said, no, Luke, I am your father.
There you go.
That kind of, hey, this microphone kind of made me sound like
Yeah, they can do it. Yes. Yes. The thing that I also remember with that too, because in the sound effect, guys, remember on Return of the Jedi, when they are in the forest with the Ewoks,
Yeah.
and then they have C-3PO kind of retelling their story to the Ewoks. Or
Oh, yeah.
Remember, and then he does that little noise, that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was good, bro. Do it again.
No,
Yeah, man. I'll get my phone out real quick.
it's more like that. Something like that, because it just
was
sounded
good,
like,
bro.
like a little kid version of that. And so so
That was good.
that is our number 4. So what we're talking about on our topic of the day, guys, is movies from all times, all genres. So it's not just comedies, it's any kind of movie, but where the quote has to be immediately recognizable. So that's our topic of the day. Also coming up, listeners, remember later on in the program, we are going to have our infamous Love Line, where we have 8 questions this week, where our listeners, where the people who monitor what we do week in and week out, write in, call in, text in, email even, and ask for, hey, we're getting some feedback that get and want advice on their relationships of all kinds, and then where we originally put it from Deadly Dega and Deadly Auntie. So that's coming up later. We'll also have our deep cut where we dig into the crates and pull out a song that you may not have heard in quite some time. Also, don't forget, listeners, that immediately following today's REZ Ride, we have a new program coming up. I think it's Baby Bison Beats,
Yes.
where there's some young DJs that have come along. I think this is their second show, if I'm not mistaken. You
Yes.
remember
I think
last
you're
week?
right.
Yeah. And they're going to play some of the songs from their genre, also the things that they like to listen to, as well as kind of getting their feet wet in the entire radio world. So that's coming up immediately after we conclude REZ Ride. But let's jump right back into a song. This is Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna. This is what you came for, because this is the REZ Ride, KWTN. Let's go, we're cruising.
Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at
That is Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna. Rihanna was, of course, the featured artist on this year's Super Bowl halftime show, and that was their hit from a few years back. This is what you came for. This is the REZ Ride coming to you live on KWTN 100.9. This is your host, MC BKC. I'm joined live in the studio by B-Luv and DJ Sharonteed. On REZ Ride today, our top 5 topic of the day is movies from all genres, all types, but where the quote is instantly recognizable. So far, we've given position 5 and position 4. Coming up shortly will be position number 3. But before we get to that, guys, let's throw in some of the stuff that we didn't get to last time. And what that is our weirdness. And did you know, do you guys like weirdness?
Yes.
Yes, I do too. So the weirdness that we're going to throw out there is, did you know, and it's what makes it weird, gray hair has the capability of regaining its color once the stress of the individual has dissipated.
Well, damn.
I know that's true.
Right. So if you're going gray because of the stress, get rid of the stress in your life and your hair color will return.
Wow.
If you didn't notice,
Yes.
Gaga Sandy's her hair's getting dark again.
Oh, really?
She was real white, and then now that she's gone through all of her ailments and everything and is getting treatment here now, it's getting dark again. It's
Wow.
weird.
The same stuff that some little hair color would do too. So might be quicker, y'all.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
exactly a little bit quicker. So that's some weirdness. Also, did you know that when bees become too crowded in their hive or whatever you want to call it that they're in, a few of them will go out, try to find a new place to move to, and build a new hive and whatever else. When they find a place that's suitable, they actually do a dance, and the more bees that join them in the dance, that's where they end up moving to.
Crazy.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, so the bees are kind of having a club lifestyle, I guess, if you will, out there having a good time, invading your flower bed, but keeping them alive, but also having a party afterwards at the new nest. Yes, and then also, did you know that back in you guys remember the short shorts from the 1980s? And then they eventually became longer and longer, as the 90s took on.
We
Remember
kind of
that?
played basketball in some of those,
Yeah.
I think, back in high school. Yeah, so I guess I
Yes.
remember those.
It was actually a fashion movement that Mr. Michael Jordan himself personally asked Champion. They were the creators and the people that made the uniforms for the NBA in his day. He asked them to make them longer. So while he was in between the plays and whatever else, and you always see posters of where he's holding on to his shorts. So his shorts would be longer. He had more to hold on to and dry his hands. So
Oh,
Champion
crazy.
obliged his request and made the shorts longer.
As an old Michael Jordan fan, I already knew that.
Because he called you first.
He
and
called
said,
me first.
Yes.
Hey, B-Luv, is it right if we do that? Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, and then obviously then he influenced the fashion of it overall, and then throughout the 90s they eventually became to where you're wearing pants now.
Hey, you know what? I seen some pictures. I seen some pictures on Facebook just like about 3-4 days ago like that, and it looked ridiculous.
Yes, exactly. But that's a cool little tidbit about Michael Jordan.
There's a show coming out about his
Yeah.
shoes. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think it's called, is it Air?
Yeah, I think it's just something just called Air or something. It has a whole spill on when they the company end up hooked him up with this Air Jordan shoe. Yeah, so it didn't come out yet, but that's be pretty cool to go check out.
Yeah, I want to see it too because it's getting good reviews, and so hopefully that's going to be something that.
Well, it's got a good lineup too. Good actors in there, if you notice it.
Yeah, and then keeping in the vibe, did you know that there is a basketball court inside of the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C., and it is nicknamed the highest court in the land?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually, when I was researching this, I saw the pictures. And of course, then, they had the justices in their robes.
I suppose. Show us again.
Yes, they were D'ing up the other justices. And yeah, it's like, oh, break your legs, Supreme Court Justice. No, or your ankles, I should say. Anyway, so then also, did you know that Cleopatra was very, very highly educated? The ancient queen of Egypt. She is reportedly have been so much education behind her in her learning that she knew as many as 8 languages, and she could speak in depth and knowledgeably about mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and was an incredible orator, which meant a speaker. So Cleopatra was more than just a name and this obvious face that became the whatever of Egypt. And then the last one that we have is, did you know that pineapples are actually individual berries that have been fused together into one fruit?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so when you look at a pineapple next time, it has those little kind of spiny things poking out of the outside. Each one of those is an individual berry, but when it grows, it fuses together.
That's
Wow.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little bit, remember guys, we're going to have our Love Line coming out quite soon as well as the rest of the programming, but we're going to go right back to a song. This is another old school cut from your Pizza Hut days. This is Candyman Knocking the Boots, KWTN
Oh, there you go.
100.9.
The
KFM.
Candyman is on the
Spend a lot
prowl.
of quarters on
And for
that.
those that want to get busy, you got to speak up now.
This rhyme, this time is one of a kind, blowing your mind like only the Candyman can. Like a heavyweight champion, knocking them out, another bout without a doubt. Once again, you can scream and shout. When I rock the bells, yell out my name. This is what you've been missing. Listen to my heartbeat while I'm whispering. I know you're suffering. So sweet, a Candyman, sweet nothings. Hugging and tugging and rubbing, loving it all, having a ball. All y'all girlies next to me, talking sex to me. We can't do that yet, but I bet we'll chill.
Candyman, tell him the truth.
We'll still end up knocking the boots.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you.
At each and every show, there's this groupie. Artist knows what she wants to do to me. She knows my name, knows every rap routine. But how'd she get in my limousine? Don't act a fool, don't drool, I'm just a performer. I was cool, but the room got warmer. Norma cornered me in. Her and a friend named Lynn. Then they checked me into the Holiday Inn. I didn't let them win, said my pockets was thin. She blew me a kiss. I knew she wasn't new to this. I didn't want to, but the devil made me do it. To the tick-tock, yeah, don't stop. We knock boots till 6 o'clock as we lay. All night long and early in the morning, she sang this song.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. I hope you feel the same way too.
Girl, I do. Tunnel of love is what I'm entering. When I mention it, you're surrendering. Giving it up like a good girl has to. Living it up. Eventually, you ask to stay. You're gonna pay for this. Just rest your breasts on my chest. Yes, I'm impressed with the way you cold love me down. I don't wanna sit down. I just wanna get down. I'm on the ground down on my knees. Like James Brown singing, please, please. Round 2, I'm down to do what it takes to make you understand. I'm the candy man and I melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Hard as a rock, yes, I'm no sucker. The boots I knock make me one bad mother. Knocking while I'm hip hopping. Many people say my lyrics are shocking just because of the simple subject. Everyone should love this cause everybody does it, whether they admit it or if they deny it. You better keep quiet or else you might have to see a few skeletons. But girl, that's irrelevant. Break out the bottle of Asti Spumante. Pop off the top and rock with my posse. Fila Al, Big Deal, and D-Fly. We ask the questions, you give the reply. MC Chip, Big Rob, and Bud. Rocking on the waterbed, knocking on the rug. I'm just playing, what I'm saying ain't ill. Girl, you should know I'm real.
Yes, indeed, guys. That is the Candyman with Knockin' Boots from back in the day. You guys remember that song? And of course, like I said, it always reminds me of Pizza Hut, guys. I just can't get over it because every time we went there, their jukebox was never updated. And then, of course, the songs that were on there,
select amount.
Yeah, were kind of limited, but so that song got played to death. So here on the REZ Ride, guys, we are doing our top 5 topics of the day, and we're at position number 3. But before we get to those, one of the things we always talk about is sports, of course. So the Final Four is upon us. So who are the Final Four teams again?
Jeez. I know UConn's in there. They're playing Miami. And then you got a couple of other teams in there. SDSU, which is San Diego State. They're playing...
It wasn't Texas.
No.
Because they got beat.
Yeah, no, they're playing like Florida Atlantic or something like that.
Oh, yeah, FAU.
FAU, yeah, that
FAU,
sounds right.
So.
Yeah, those two are on one side, and then the other Hey, we need to pull for SDSU, guys. San Diego State University. We have that one kid that played at Omaha South back when.
Really?
Yeah, he played at Omaha South the same year. Winnebago won the state title. He played with the Class A team down there. So he's down there playing. I think his name's Rope or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I've seen a story about that earlier in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could have been pulling for them.
Yeah.
I really didn't know who they were, but they're kind of coming into light now and showing up.
Yeah. Then they just end up playing Creighton too. So shout out to him by beating a team that passed him by when they can't keep the in-state talent home.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad he beat him.
Yeah, so the Final Four coming up. I believe the first game is it Saturday?
Saturday.
And then, of course, the final for all the marbles, depending on who gets to that point, is, I believe, Monday. April 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's coming up. The Final Four is... Then I think we talked about it last week as well. This is the first time that none of the traditional blue chip teams, so to speak, have made it. The first time, I think, in tournament history that none of them ever appeared or something like that. I mean, it's just kind of like this really... I don't want to call it weird because, the parity in the teams is always good to see. You got to spread around.
A lot of that has to do with that... what the heck they're doing nowadays when they can trade, them kids can go somewhere else, that portal.
Yeah, the portal.
Yeah, so that's just evening things out all the way around,
Yeah.
So.
A lot of them, because it happens, of course, in the other sports because they're tearing it up, with the actually women's and men's volleyball and that. They're accusing teams of like shopping for players.
Mm-hmm.
And, I understand a lot of that part of it, and especially, with the NIL era that we're in now and stuff like that. But for the longest time, those players are basically getting exploited, and the more money that they make now, I'm all for that. I'm glad that they make make some money off of their appearances. So
yeah, I wanted to make mention of I've really been watching a lot of the women's tournament this year. Caitlin Clark from Iowa. Yeah, she's really been just amazing.
She just got Player of the Year. They just gave it to her yesterday.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Called it Player of the Year, best basketball player in women's basketball.
Heck
Is she a local girl? I mean, is she from Iowa, or do you know?
You know what? Good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is she plays for Iowa.
The only reason I follow Iowa is because of her and Casey's Pizza.
Oh, yeah. We always have some good stuff with that. So, are you guys ready to reveal our number 3? Are you guys ready?
I am ready.
Sharon, you can start this.
Who wants to go? Sharonteed.
I will go.
Position number 3.
Okay.
Whoa, that is.
So I gotta set it up.
Okay.
First, all you hear is, and then it kind of goes into, every time you get high, you start looking like Sugar Bear.
That's right, you do look like Sugar Bear. You like that little, you got that little one.
Yeah, her little voice is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good one there too.
That's from Set It Off when they're sitting on the roof and talking and.
I forgot about that. I'm being serious. I did. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Good one, number 3. Sharonteed, good one. Buff, you ready for your number 3?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This one's kind of a little bit longer than I usually do here.
No worries.
That's fine.
Okay, it says, okay. Hey, staff, I would really like to come out and play with you, but I'm a little busy right now with your girl on my lap. Sorry, honey.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's so amazing.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
love that movie. That's one of my all-time faves.
Yes.
Well, let the young ones know where that
Yeah.
comes from, so I don't get slapped up when I get home.
That comes from House Party.
Yes, from the one, the only House Party. Yes, those are great ones, guys. My number 4 is, or excuse me, my number 3 is. The guy walks in. He's dressed as Santa, and he starts. Candygrams. Okay, hurry up. And then he goes through. And 4 for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. Do you know that one?
That's from Mean Girls.
Yes. And none
never
for Gretchen
seen-
Wieners.
Yeah, you never seen it?
Never seen that one
Oh
either.
my
Sorry,
god!
guys.
Oh my god, Bob.
I'm
There's
shit.
so many good lines from
That
that.
movie is so incredibly, and none for Gretchen Wieners, of course, because that's the line.
Gretchen who?
Gretchen, one of the characters, her name is Gretchen Wieners. So, yeah, you gotta see it. But oh my god, I can't believe you haven't seen that. Everyone.
Her
has
dad
seen that.
invented toaster strudel.
Because my father, the inventor of toaster strudel, wouldn't be very pleased. Yes, I mean so many things. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Fetch, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, so those are number 3. So let's do a song, and then we have the rest of our programming coming up. This is Lisa and Cult Jam, Head to Toe, KWTN.
Let's cruise.
I think I love you from
Yes, listeners, that is our theme song for It Is Time. It is time, listeners, for the infamous Love Line. This, of course, is the theme from the classic TV show, The Love Boat, sang by the one and only Jack Jones. So, B-Luv, Sharonteed, are you guys ready to get into this week's Love Line?
Ready, let's go.
Give it a try.
Oh, yeah. So remember, listeners, this you can either write in, text in, email, get a hold of us however you want through the social medias that we have. My social media on Facebook is That Fire Though, THO, and that's where you can basically ask for some of the best, worst advice from Deadly Dega and Deadly Auntie, and that's where we're going to go this week. So let's jump right into it. And remember, we never say names, and sometimes some things do have to be edited, so be prepared for that. But we have 8 questions this week. 8! This is the most that we've ever had, so let's get into that, guys. You ready?
We'll try.
Okay, so the first question that we have then is from My Jude. Last week, Sharonteed, do you remember that we had a question from one of the listeners where it was no Jude?
Yep.
And basically what they were stating at that point is they were basically kind of mad because he was tight with money or whatever. So basically what this one is my Jude, that's what he calls himself. She expects me to pay for everything. Everything. And I don't know if I should stay with her because we've been together a little while, but she expects me to pay for literally everything. And he wants advice. What's your advice too? No Jude. Or excuse me, my Jude.
Sound like she don't have no Judes.
It's possible, but remember.
So what is he asking though?
For advice, should he stay with her or not? Because of course, mine is always going to be dump her immediately. But it's like, depends on if you want to put up with it or not, or what you're going to do. Come on, it's got to be, don't ruin our reputation and give good advice now. Okay. Unless you want to. So, yes.
Can I go split it down the middle? I mean, if you guys are going to do stuff together, split it down the middle, or tell us, hey, if I cover dinner, you leave the tip. Or if I get the movie, then you get the popcorn and stuff. I mean, it works with me and my wife. That's what we do. Even though I think sometimes she's like, man, can you just do it? As a man, as a man, I don't know if you're supposed to feel obligated to pay for everything, but I don't know.
It depends. But they're clearly not married. So from the verbiage, so that's not that type of thing. Because after you say the vows, I think things do change. I really do. But so these guys, they're together. They've been together for a little while, and he's just like, he's totally recognizing. So what's your advice for him?
I would say, just move on. It's not gonna change. Yeah, cut her loose.
So she ain't changed, bruh? No. Like we said last time. So okay, well, maybe split it down the middle or cut her loose. And always my advice, dump her immediately. Yes.
Well, I mean, if you're going to write into a radio station and complain about it, then she should just dump him because he's crying around.
Crying around. It's like, I can find somebody. Yeah, that's what it could be too. Okay.
Nice.
The next one we have is Lazy Love. Like that?
Oh, no.
Okay. A lot of fellas in this one this week too is
okay.
She sleeps too bleep much. Always wants to just take a nap, and to be honest, love line, I'm getting bored. What should I do? Lazy Love. Advice for Lazy Love.
Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and let you take this one, Sharon. I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Well, first of all,
come on now, come on.
If you're tired and you kind of want to nap sometimes,
but constantly, that's what his complaint is. Because go ahead, don't let me interrupt.
No,
go ahead.
If he's bored, then get a hobby. Go play ball. Go do something and
go golf.
Go golf. There you go. Go golf and get your butt home right afterwards, but because she'll be ready to go.
Okay, so your advice is essentially go live your life, playa, and if she can't come along because she wants to sleep, that's her loss?
There it is.
Is that what you're saying? What about you, B-Luv?
I'm just going to go ahead and co-sign on that.
Okay, no problem. So Lazy Love, that's that. So that's number 2. Number 3 then is what was called Girls' Night. Another fella.
Oh.
She went out with her girls for the girls' night and ended up not coming home for 3 whole days.
Oh, jeez.
Now she wants to go do it again. What should I say to her? This is Girls' Night. Fella looking for some advice.
Go ahead, B.
In the previous version.
Play the payback game with that one. Do it first. Get out of there for 3 days too.
Turn the tables. Okay. Love it.
Like yeah. Payback game there, fella.
I would say, wow.
She went out
3 days.
3 days straight and didn't come back, and now she wants to go do it again.
Okay, just dump her because you spend 3 days in them underwear. You don't want to be nowhere near that anyway.
Oh, jeez. Okay, dang, I never even thought about that, but true. It's like, yeah, with those.
No shower, no.
This is a nice place for a stick up.
Yeah.
Yes. A couple bottles of Tic Tacs.
You put a Tic Tac where, but it's like, so we have to see. So it's like, sum it up again.
I would just say dump her.
Dump her. So
if she's gonna do it again, then that's it. Kind of shows that she's already starting a pattern.
True. And Buff said, turn the tables and go out and do it yourself.
There you go. 3
whole days. I don't know if I could do it anymore, guys. I don't know. I'm getting too old for that. But maybe one day.
You're in hands reach right there, brother.
I know.
Okay, show's over. No, and my advice would be, if you can't trust her and she came back and whatever else, seriously, dude, dump her. Move on. It's time to go. Okay. So the next one is called, it's kind of a twist on a word, but it's called hoex. And what you'll get it once you read it. His ex is a hoe. Bold _! HOE. Bold _! She keeps coming around and keeps coming close and keeps hanging around. Now he has told her, step back, but she won't get the hint. I'm really getting tired of her. What should I do? Hoex.
So this is a girl asking, obviously,
yes,
right?
Yes, a girl asking, yes.
And we're doing bad advice?
Whatever you want.
Go grab that hoe by the hair and slap her in the face. Get those. Throw those hands real quick.
Yeah, show her the meaning of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I like it. Yes, remember, it is Act Up season, baby daddies and warrants. So the springtime's coming.
Baby daddies and warrants. What did I say? It's time for... What was that? I said that to you the other day.
Yeah, we have to figure that out.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, man, she keeps coming around. Oh, man, this sounds too familiar. Just like...
Ooh.
She keeps coming around, acting up, trying to sniff around, acting thirsty. And it's just like, man.
Sniff around.
Mm-hmm. So what's your advice, Sharonteed?
Oh, I'll go with B-Luv. Shoot, time to throw some hands there.
Smack that hoe around. That's what you're saying. Okay. I think that's generally some good advice because like what she wrote, he's not courting it in any way. So this girl just can't get the message, can't get it through her head. So, I'd have to say if she can't, she can't get the message and whatever.
But
what?
Is he causing that?
No, that's what
kidding.
I said. No, it's not. He has even told her, told the hoe ex, step back. So.
Okay.
She needs it. So you're telling the girl, step up and keep what's yours?
No, it's time for restraining orders.
That's a piece of paper. What's she supposed to do? Throw it at her?
Yes. So restraining orders, warrants, and baby daddies. Yeah, there we go. Let's add to the mix. Okay, basically, I think what we're saying is, keep it real.
Yeah, gotta keep it real. Keep it res.
Yep, she can't get the message. Keep it real. Keep it res.
Dump her.
And yeah.
Oh yeah, dump her.
Or dump him. No, I don't want
Oh,
him to break
no.
up. It's not his fault. Blow her up on social media.
Already
Just-
dumped her.
Yeah, so she got dumped, and understand she's obviously just looking to make trouble. So
Okay.
kick her to the curb.
Okay.
Okay. The next one that we have is also a follow-up from a previous question.
Oh no.
And where it's the matchmaker. Remember we had Springtime Auntie looking for, she said, where you at?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that? Buff, last week we had a, one of the questions was from Springtime Auntie. And she said, I'm looking for Dega. Where is he?
Oh, wow.
So now this is matchmaker. And what it says is, where, I just lost it. Damn it. Oh, what basically said is, I'm looking, where are you?
Oh, he answered her
Dega
back.
answered.
Yes. So what? Remember, we told him go to bingo, dedicate a song on ARL. You know, try to get him to
Hit up the
listen, hit up the
powwows.
powwows, and now
Head to the bowl parking lot.
okay,
or-
the bowl
Oh.
parking lot. So Dega's looking for that.
Dega's looking for love.
Yeah. So for
Oh
springtime
man, I
auntie.
need to say that for one of my shoes.
Yes.
My quotes. Oh.
Okay, so Dega's looking for you. Okay, and go find it. You know, go find her. Meet up at the
out there.
bow. Silver
Oh yeah,
Moon.
she's standing down at the river, the only one looking back and forth. I think guaranteed said that. Go stand down to the river. Like,
No,
Yes,
bonfire,
yes.
throw a tire in there.
Oh, geez, totally bring it back. Yeah. So.
This is REZ Ride, right?
That's right. That's right. We're on the REZ ride, so we're not scared of that. Okay. So the next one that we have, well, with that one, to sum it up, get out there and find her because she's looking for you too, player.
Yep.
So get out there. Okay. So from that, then what the matchmaker was is, remember we also had the question about the non-Indian guy. So now he's non-Indian. They hooked up and hit it off. Now he's trying to make her move away. Buff, we had a previous question where the auntie was was getting asked the question because the guy is non-Indian, trying to basically whatever with the niece, and
Damn.
now so they're together. They hit it off, but now he's non-Indian, is trying to get her to move away. Your advice for the matchmaker.
You kind of lost me at a niece. What the heck? So, a
Chuja.
young girl don't know. I'm like, she's trying to grab a young cat.
Well, the auntie was being asked by the non-Indian guy. The non-Indian guy wanted to hook up.
Yeah.
And so we thought she must live with the auntie or something.
Okay.
And so he was trying to get her to be okay with it because he's
She's
not
legal
Indian.
age.
Yeah, they're all legal age, of course.
Oh, okay.
And so was it okay for him to basically hook up with,
yeah.
her niece?
But now
Now they did. They hit it off, and now auntie is like, now he wants her to move away.
I'd say go ahead and go move. Shoot.
This is auntie now, not the girl.
Oh.
Auntie
Find out if he works. For one thing. For one
Does he got a
thing.
job?
Yeah. For one thing. See if he's working. Can you provide? If
Yeah.
not, grab her by
Don't
the
want
hair.
her. Yeah.
Grab her by her hair, shake her up a little bit, and slap some sense in her.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah, could be. Okay.
There you go, Auntie. Holla at your boy.
Yep. Is that your same thing?
Me?
Yep.
Yeah. I would say just go try it. You can always come back. Might as well check it out.
Unless she's padlocked in a room.
Jeez, can't even come back.
But the hard part, you guys, you got to know, and you have to say this, is that if Chujunk really feels that way, you're not going to be able to keep them apart.
That's
And
true.
I think ultimately, Auntie, you're gonna have to play along, and just give her as much good advice as possible. Oh my God, I'm ruining our reputation.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
giving good advice.
Dump her.
Dump her.
Dump
Say,
her.
Kick her out. Say, go be with him then.
Have him then.
Have him.
Love him, love
Yeah,
him.
love him. Yes. Yeah, so exactly. Okay, we got a few more questions, so let's get through them. The next one is, because Auntie's deadly. I was like, okay. Long time ago, we had a similar question, but it's come back. It's a different person. A younger guy flirted with me, and we went out and hit it off. So then now, I've met his dad, and I have to say I'm interested.
Oh my goodness.
Because Auntie's deadly. What's your advice for her? So there's a little bit of age gap here. So
no.
she's the semi-cougar, I guess.
Semi-cougar.
Whatever, yeah. And then hit it off with the son. Ended up meeting the dad, and now she's interested in him.
Stamina or...
Or the little blue pill.
I don't know. You never know with age groups, guys, because come on, they could be not separated by many years. Seriously. So she did not give me ages other than, of course, they are of age. So
Okay. Well, I would say what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
Ooh.
Check it out.
Who doesn't know, the son or the dad?
The son.
Okay, so kind of break him in.
Might as well see where he's learning something from.
Oy.
Oh, how the heck? How the heck did you learn from watching? Did you watching your dad? You watching? Looking through a peephole?
Oops.
Looking through that?
Okay, I take that back.
See, we're on a REZ, so you looking through that
Blanket.
blanket doorway.
That blanket had a hole
It
in
can only
it.
conceal so much.
What are you guys doing?
Hey.
We're wrestling in here, son.
So, because Auntie's deadly. She wants
Oh my
advice.
God. Okay, deadly auntie. Stick to your young guy and leave dad alone.
Okay. That's Sharonteed B-Luv.
Test the waters. Do them both.
Hey, keep it in family.
See who's better. Let them work it out.
I gotta say I like it because shit is, excuse me.
I heard it.
Yeah, I know.
That's twice.
So we gotta cut that out. But shoot, if she's able to, flirt around with the dad, go for it. Especially if he's single. Because if he's married, girl, you're gonna get your face pushed. Stay out. But
This is all bad advice that we're doing here over the airwaves, guys. It's,
yes, it is.
It's all show. It's a show here.
Yes, it is. Okay, the next one that we have then is opposites. We are exactly that in every way, but we do get along. Should I worry about it long term or just roll with it?
Roll with it.
Roll with it.
Roll with it. You don't think it's gonna eventually tear them apart?
You'll find some things that you're compatible together with. So
they obviously have something compatible with them. Yeah. So Sharonteed?
I agree with Bob.
Roll with it. Okay, so opposites. If you guys can get along, even though some things in your life aren't necessarily compatible or whatever, why? Why change it? Keep it up. Keep it going. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then I think this is this is the last one we have, and it is from Doc. It's Doc Hutch Hena, but it's actually the girl.
Oh.
He's fine. My man is fine. Said it twice. And he definitely likes me, maybe even loves me. But I'm tired of these hoes always trying it. DMs, pictures, even texts, and coming up live. What should I do? Her man is fine. And she calls him Doc Hutch Hena. So, hey, Hena. You're out there, you're a good looking guy. She acknowledges he's fine, said it twice, but she's getting tired of the hoes constantly knocking at the door, sending the DMs.
All right, she's gonna have to step up her game. That's about it. Step up her game.
Step up her game.
Step up her game. Sharonteed.
Yeah, I'd say, it's not his fault that he's good looking. And that happens, but as long as he's not answering them or
pulling them along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't think she would have anything to worry if he's not.
True.
He could be just get them and then delete them or. Yeah, well, right.
At the same time, and it wasn't necessarily said, but I have to believe he has showed her the messages because she's aware of them, so she didn't say that specifically, but I have to make that assumption. So he's not hiding it. So I think that's a good thing.
Well, just like what we said on that other question, which was very similar. Might as well
Dump him.
the easiest advice. Just dump him.
Just dump him and it's like, I can't handle your hotness. You're too much for me.
Too much for me. Was that on Stella?
Yeah. Buddy, you too hot for me. Oh man, I should have picked that out and say, well, that's my number 2.
Well, we already got hit number 2 there.
Okay, so
That's good.
you're gonna leave her with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So my advice to you, Dog Cut Shayna, is I'd say just stick with it because hoes are gonna be hoes no matter where you go.
Right.
And if you want to be happy with him and he truly is happy with you, then make that life together, guys, because that's some good advice and it's supposed to be terrible. And if you just can't handle it, girl, dump him. So, yes, there we go. So that's been our love line, guys. You can call in, write in, text in. My Facebook page is That Fire, though. Let's get into a song. This is Millionaire Riding, you guys. KWTN 100.9 FM. Let's go.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, 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 trying to catch me riding dirty. My music's so loud, I'm swinging, they hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. They can see me lean, tense so it ain't easy to be seen. Police see me ride by, they can see the gleam. I shine on the deck in the TV screen. Ride with a new chick, she like cola. Next to the PlayStation controller is a full clip in my send a jacker into a coma. Girl, you ain't on crazy like Crazy Bone. Just tryna bone, ain't tryna have no babies. Ride clean as hell, so I pull in ladies. Laws on patrol, and you know they hate me. Music turn all the way up into the maximum. I can speak this, try to jack for some, but we packing something that we have for we have it locked up in the maximum security cell. I'm gripping O. Music loud and I'm tipping slow. Twin steady twisting like hit this dough. Right behind and it's in his throat. The windows down, gotta stop pollution. City changed like who is that producing? That's the plan skills when we out and cruising. Got warrants in every city except Houston, but I still ain't losing. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, 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 trying to catch me riding dirty. My music's so loud, I'm swinging, they hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty, trying to 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 catch me riding dirty.
I've been smoking, holy, cause I really can't focus. I gotta get it home for the popo scope. This big old scourge just swerving all up in the curb and been sipping on the Hennessy and the gin again, the sin again. We in the wind, doing 100 while I puff on the blunt. I roll another one up, we living like we ain't good. I got a run up in my right hand, I see my left freezing my rolling up the tree, green leaves and all. Coming pretty deep, me and my dogs, yo. Like a nigga the back streets. Wonder about the 6 pounds that I got heat. Like shots to the block, we creak, pop, hook. See me on the low key. With no regard for the law, we dodge them like come on. But I won't get caught up and brought up on charges for none of y'all. Keep a car in a blended spot. Well, if you want, the poppin' dog. Ready or not, we in the air, crazy bone and chameleon.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, 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 trying to catch me riding dirty. My music's so loud, I'm swinging, they hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty, trying to 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 catch me riding dirty. Know what you thinking, so I try to let you go, turn on my blinker light and then I swing it slow. Step for show, cause they think they know that they catching me with plenty of the drink and draw. So they get behind me, trying to check my tags, look at my rear view when they smiling, thinking they'll catch me in the wrong and keep trying. Steady denying that it's racial profiling. Houston, Texas, you can check my tags. Pull me over, try to check my slab. Glove compartment, gotta get my cash, cause the crooked cops try to come up fast. And being the baller that I am, I talk to them, giving a damn about them not feeling my attitude. When they realize I ain't even riding dirty, but you'll be leaving with it even madder mood. I'ma laugh at you and then I have to cruise, jamming number 2 on some more DJ screw. You can't arrest me, plus you can't sue. This is a message to the law, tell them we hate you. We tough, so tell them that they should've known. Tip me down, I'm sitting crooked on my chrome, booking my phone, finding a chick I wanna bone. Like they couldn't stop me, I'm about to pull up at your home. And it's on. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, 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 trying to catch me riding dirty. My music's so loud, I'm swinging, they hoping hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty. Tryna 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 catch me riding dirty.
Yes, that was Chameleonaire with Riding featuring Crazy Bone. That was a good song from what, around maybe, that's, oh my gosh, is it 20 years old?
Oh my God, is it really?
Don't say that.
Because it was like in the early, not the turn of the century, but like in the mid early 2000s, the preteens, like 06, somewhere in there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been a while, bro.
Man, you guys are getting
smokes.
old. You guys are really getting old. Holy cow.
I am
was like,
old.
so, yeah. So here on the REZ Ride, we just finished up with our love line where we had 8 questions. Man, they went in deep. And so we gave some pretty rotten advice, but at the same time, I'm happy with the way that it ended up. Our topic of the day, though, is our top 5 movies from all genres, all types. But the quote has to make it instantly recognizable. So you guys ready for position number 2?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready.
Who wants to go first?
I will go. Okay.
Okay.
So, I'm not a good rapper, but it goes. I want the knife. I want the knife. Please.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Anybody know that out there? Anybody know that? We'll give you a little. We'll give everybody a little hint.
Someone call it in. Yes. You guys know that out in the listening world. You guys know what that is?
Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
Oh, I know. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I just.
That was the Golden Child.
Yes, the Golden Child. I want the knife.
That's good.
Please.
That's good.
Please. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yak loin. Yak loin. Good to keep the yang up. Remember that one? Yeah.
I didn't think I could say that.
You can say yak loin. Yak loin is a part of a yak.
And you can say yang.
Yeah, good to get the yang up. So yeah, so that's a great number 2, Sharonteed. Buff.
Okay.
B-Luv, number 2.
I got a short one here. You guys, we already did the movie, but you guys will get this one.
No worries.
Okay, here it is. You're one ugly mother.
Ooh, yes.
Anybody? Bueller?
You know what that is, Sharonteed?
I know what that is.
That is the Predator when Mr. Schwarzenegger is he down in the mud, right?
He's underneath a tree or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
or something.
laying there and
yeah, they got done fighting in that little.
Yeah, the Predator's taking off his gear and stuff so he can be visible, kind of going into the boss battle, if you will.
Yup.
You're one ugly. Yes, that's a good one. Good number 2. So my number 2 is going to be hopefully a little recognizable. It's kind of obscure, but I think you'll get it. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes?
I got it. I got it.
Sharonteed, Buck, B-Luv.
Harrison Ford, that was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
Yes. I love that movie.
That movie's one of a classic.
Yeah, love that movie. And I think there's a new one coming, isn't there?
I think so.
I heard about. I've seen some previews on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Harrison Ford's bringing back Indiana Jones himself. Did he ever actually say his real name? Because it wasn't that. Remember, he called him that. His dad.
He in the third movie they called him that.
They called him Henry Jones Jr.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah, because his dad was Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. So that's our number 2, listeners. We have a little bit of time left, so let's jump right back into a song. This is a listener request. This is Eric Sermon's music featuring Marvin Gaye. This is the REZ Ride. Get in. We're cruising. Let's go.
Let's go.
Just like music. No doubt. Oh, baby. Just like music. To relax my mind so I can be free and absorb the sound that keep me round, doing my thing constantly with no worries. Peace to Keith Murray. Just like music. To keep me flowing, to keep me going, to keep me growing, to keep me to eat from knowing what happens out there. It's not my concern. You wanna die, it's not my turn. Like to do something to me like jumping the Mercedes on the highway, doing over 80 without music, baby. Ow! I'll go crazy. Yeah. Just like music.
Make me call my homie on the phone like there's something new out that got me in the zone. Just that feeling got me. I wish music can adopt me. Just like music. It's the music. Put me in the mood with my woman. Got me in the ear saying sweet nothings. Make love come out the mouth, no frontin'. Like all of a sudden. Just like music. Taking away your worries and cares. Any problems, music will be right there. Together match, yo, we a perfect pair. Is that true, Marvin? Yeah, music. Yo, to get you to bang this body soul snatcher, universal language, it be the light. So open up, this is it. What the just like music. One fly tune to have black and white vibe in one room. No confrontation, party all night. It's just a sensation. Just like music. I got the music. Music. I got the music. Just like music makes the soul of the man. The music, baby. Music makes a happy day. Just like music makes the clouds flow by, baby. Your music kiss my tears inside my eyes. Just like your music makes me want to sing. Her music is a joy to bring. Just like music is my heart and soul, more precious than gold. I got the music, happiness today is just a song away.
Yes, listeners, that is the one, the only Eric Sermon featuring Marvin Gaye, his song Music, the remake that also was back in the, do you remember the time period this came out? It's a little bit of an old cut too. It wasn't, was it 90s? I don't think so. I think
Late
it was
90s,
early 2000s somewhere.
Early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, so this was also a a listener request, so good way to call in.
Can we holler his name out? Can we
Yeah,
holler?
absolutely.
Avery
absolutely.
Blackhawk, if you're listening, still dancing in your chair,
Yeah, bring
holler
that.
at your boy.
Yeah, bring that on. So this is the REZ Ride on KWTN 100.9. We are live in the studios in beautiful uptown Winnebago. Right now, unfortunately, Sharonteed does have to leave for another engagement, so she wants to say goodbye and get out of the ride quickly. So what do you want to say before you have to leave
Got
us?
tuck and roll first.
I just want to tell Buff thanks for on a moment's notice coming up and
Yeah,
supporting
yes,
Brian,
indeed.
and it was a good
Snaps.
time. And
Yes.
I was just sitting there thinking about the times when we used to actually go and cruise and just be listening to music, talking BS, and
That's what it's
sipping
about.
on a few. So I appreciate you coming up, and hope to see you again.
Oh,
so,
for sure,
all right,
for sure.
listeners, it's been real. Thanks.
Laters.
Yeah, thanks, Sharonteed, always coming up and joining us here on the REZ Ride. Remember, guys, that the REZ Ride is all about, exactly like Sharonteed said, we are very also welcoming to anyone that wants to come out there and join the REZ Ride. Jump in, because we're more than welcome, more than willing to have you here. All you got to do is jump in and give it a go. So we'll see you later, Sharonteed, with that. But here on the REZ Ride, the programming that we have, before we get into the next part of it, there's some stuff that we do need to throw out there. Remember, coming up immediately after the REZ Ride, we have Baby Bison Beats. It's a new show that I think is in their second episode, so they'll be getting on right after we conclude this week's edition. So definitely give them a listen and be on the lookout for them. So one of the things we also like to throw out there is our National Day. So let's get through that quite quick. Sunday was National Spinach Day and National Nougat Day. Do you like spinach?
Spinach? I eat spinach.
Yeah, I like it raw. I don't really care for it cooked. So that was Sunday. Monday was National Scribble Day. So I hope you scribbled something. And it was National Joe Day. So if you're just a Joe, Monday was your day.
Average Joe.
Yep. So Tuesday is Black Forest Cake Day. I love the desserts. It was also Weed Appreciation Day, and that doesn't mean the herb, it means actual weeds. So you can go out there and be
like dandelion weed?
Yeah, a botanist and appreciate the weeds that are surrounding your environment. It was also American Diabetes Alert Day. So if you're diabetic, check your sugar. Also, yesterday was National Nevada Day. Do you love Nevada?
I love Nevada.
I do too. Nevada's awesome. Top to bottom, of course, everyone knows Vegas and that type of thing, but get out beyond it because there's a lot of good stuff to see in the valley. A lot of good stuff. It was also National Pita Day, pita bread, and then National Little Red Wagon Day. Did you have a Little Red Wagon?
I'm on my Little Red Wagon.
Okay, well, we're going to fall off right after this. But anyway, and then also, we got to say this, yesterday was National Vietnam Veterans Day. I know a lot of tribes around the country. I did see that happen up in our relatives in Wisconsin. They did a lot of honoring for the Vietnam veterans.
Nice.
So that was yesterday. Yep. Today is National Turkey Neck Soup.
Oh, my goodness. I can go everywhere with this right now. All the boys, turkey neck soup.
It's on today, guys.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
National Day today, as well as National Pencil
Got to
Day.
make a soup with it, though. You can't be trying to eat it regular.
Oh my gosh. So yes, National Pencil Day and National Doctor's Day. So go make an appointment with your doctor and share some turkey neck soup. Tomorrow is National Crayon Day, National Tater Day, which is basically a form of everything potato, National Prom Day, and National Clams on the Half Shell Day. I don't think I've ever had clams. I've had oysters, but not clams.
Either one of those, I threw up a little bit in my mouth just now.
Maybe it's good if it's done right. I just can't. I can't say I'm an expert. I'm not even a fan. I can't even say that.
It's nasty, brother.
Oh, is it? Okay. So then Saturday, of course, is April Fool's Day.
Your birthday, my
Yes,
brother.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday. So, also, Love Your Children Day. So if you have kids out there, spend about 2 minutes with them.
That's every day for me, though, bro. That's every day for me.
On Saturday. And then National 1 Cent Day. So celebrate those pennies that you have in your pocket. So here on the REZ RIDE, of course, what we do, it's time for our deep cut. And this came from B-Luv himself. So we're going to throw it out there. It's the one, the only Mr. Michael Cooper.
Avery.
Yeah, To Prove My Love. This is the REZ RIDE at KWTN. We're cruising deep cut style.
When I first saw you, I knew I loved you. But you keep running, what must I do? I asked a question, I get no answers. Your love eats at me just like cancer. I climb a mountain, I walk a lifetime. I give you my heart to make you love mine. I'll be your best friend, I'll be your only man, and do all I do to prove my love to you. What can I do? What must I do? What should I do? My love to you. What can I do? What
Yes, that was our deep cut for this week's session of REZ Ride. That was To Prove My Love by the one, the only Mr. Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper had an amazing solo career, but he was also a part of groups prior to that. But of course, that is one of the songs from his mid-'80s album that he put out. And he also had a few minor success stories, if that's what you want to call them, in the 90s as well. So haven't heard from him in a long time, though, to be honest. Not even sure where he is or that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only song I ever heard about him. So that just you saying that got me thinking, like, damn, really?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, and it's a throwback jam. You know, I don't think you would ever hear that on the radio, to be honest. Yeah. It's just one of those things, you know, that of course we have it and we're able to dig in the crates, and I'm really happy about that.
Hey,
so
and when you say crates, brother, you mean those old Bud Light case boxes full of CDs, you know how we used to do?
Yeah, I still have them too. Luckily, you know, because when you dig through them a lot of times, and that's the hard part about what we're doing here on the REZ Ride, is you don't have either that version or it's not edited and you can't play it. Yeah, and that really just bugs me, but that's what it's about here on the REZ Ride. So we're getting closer and closer to the end of the show, but we still have a little bit of time left. So of course we have our top 5 with our number 1, and we can get to that, or we can go in a different direction. What do you think?
Well, you get this, we're right here. It's just you and me.
Okay.
So just get those number 1s out the way.
Okay, go ahead then.
Okay, here's mine. Ready? Okay, hold up. I gotta quit. I'm trying to smile. Say hello to my little friend.
Hey, that's like one of the truly classic lines of cinema.
Yeah, that what it is.
Yes, it is. Say hello.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, that's a good one.
That's for all you young ones out there, millennials or Gen X or whatever you guys call yourself. That's Scarface, baby.
Yeah, Scarface. Love it. Classic movie. Classic. Yep. So Sharonteed, before she left, she gave us her number 1, and it was from the rom-com. It was called House Bunny. It was I forget her name, Anna Faris, and she played a Playboy bunny who got kicked out of the mansion, and it ended up becoming the house mom for a sorority. And she fell in love with the guy, and of course she goes out on a date with him. She's really super awkward, and then she's trying to kind of rap to him, and she's talking about her body, and she says, "The eyes are the bleep of the face," and she's talking about, of course, her décolletage, and if you know what that means something specific. So that was Sharonteed's number 1. That's a good show.
Good thing she wasn't here to say it, because she would have said it.
Yeah, she would have said it, and I don't think we can say that word online, but that was hers. So my number 1 is from a classic movie that I know a lot of people know, but they know it for the music, they know it for the dancing, and they know it for, of course, the characters. But the line that I'm going to take from it is, "Can you dig it? I knew that you could." Yeah. Love it. Of course, Mr. Tony Manero. Tony. Gotta love it. From Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, Saturday Night Fever. Love that show. Love it. And of course, the soundtrack is awesome. So on the REZ Ride, that was our topic of the day in our opinions. Top 5 movies from all genres with a quote that it makes it instantly recognizable. Let's get right back into the song. It's the Soul System from the Bodyguard soundtrack. It's going to be a lovely day. It's payday, guys. Hope you're enjoying KWTN FM.
ever since we met. When you appear, the tensions go. Mentally calm becomes the body, the mind, and the soul. Let's cut to the chase before the time will waste away, so we can enjoy the walks, conversational play. Take a cruise to nowhere. Is anyone out there? Who cares as long as you're here with me? The best is yet to come. Together we'll be as one. Our love has just begun. Guaranteed, my love, I'll never go away. As long as you're around, it's a lovely day. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be, it's gonna be, it's gonna be. I wish they could last forever. The rendezvous of coming together, meeting in places, the pleasure times we spent were so real, and I could feel the everlasting love coming through to my appeal. But now the time has come to mind that we must part and separate to make a start. With that thought in mind, there's only one thing to say. With you in my life, it'll be a lovely day. And I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be, it's gonna be, it's gonna be.
Yes, listeners, that is It's Gonna Be a Lovely Day, the remake made by Soul System for the Bodyguard soundtrack. Here in the studio, this is your host, MC BKC, joined by...
B-Luv is in the house.
Yeah, B-Luv has some requests, which we do here, of course, because the REZ Ride is all about cruising, sharing that music, so we're going to jump right back into a song. This is another request. It's Midnight Star with No Parking on the Dance Floor. Here we go, guys. KWTN 100.9 FM.
You're standing still in a no parking zone. You don't get a move on that body, I'll be forced to give you a ticket. So get what the?
This is KWTN 100.9 FM, coming to you live from the KWTN studios in beautiful Uptown Winnebago. This is your host, MC BKC, joined live in the studio by B-Luv. We're cruising and we're playing some songs. That was Midnight Star. So let's jump right back into the next one. It is Zap with more Bounce to the Ounce. KWTN 100.9 FM. Get in. We are cruising. Is the REZ RIDE coming to you live from KWTN 100.9 FM. KWTN, the big voice radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe. This is your host, MC BKC. This is Zap with the one and only Roger Troutman, still on board, of course, with their classic cut, More Bounce to the Ounce. We're getting close to the end of the REZ RIDE, so B-Luv, you got any shout-outs you want to give before this last song?
One quick little shout-out to my wife, Patrice Bass. Got something I want to play for you real quick to end the show here. Love you.
Nice. Then that's what it's about on the REZ RIDE, guys. Remember, you can always call in with your requests. We'll be back here every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. We will have our call-in requests, of course, our full programming with Love Line, the Deep Cut, all the dish that we get into each and every week. My shout-outs that I want to give out are, of course, to the Winnebago Tribe's IT team. I say it all the time, but man, you guys keep us going with all the stuff that we end up facing, so shout out to you guys. This is our last song for the day. Thank you for joining us on the REZ RIDE. It's the one, the only Key Sweat with Sexiest Girl. Thank you for joining us. It's KWTN 100.9 FM. REZ RIDE.
Like you need someone to help you get a little comfortable, and I would like to get a little more acquainted. I can make you famous. What your name is? I can't keep my eyes off dry out for me, shorty. Whole wide world, yeah. Oh, got that booty, hips, sexy, perfect hips, so sexy. Who's this girl? Hey, baby, from head to toe, you and your clothes so crazy. Your vibe, your walk, the way you talk, everything. I'm buying whatever you're selling, believing whatever you're telling. I'm staring and you feel it, girl. I love you. You're so beautiful, yeah. You can be a model, you're very extraordinary. Come be the all-star on my team. You can dry out for me. Shorty, you just got to be, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, girl, yeah. Booty, yeah, sexy, oh, yeah, so sexy, yeah. The sexiest girl in the world. Gabby, Sierra, Gabby, Jada, Janet, what's happening? Yeah, ain't nothing against all of y'all, but it would be a real close call if I had to choose which one. You'd be the one I would want. You just gotta be the sexiest girl in the whole world. Talking to you. So sexy, yeah. The sexiest girl in the world. Sure, you know. The sexiest girl you are to me, yeah. You got that hair. Oh, baby, yeah. So sexy. So sexy, girl. Sexiest girl in the world. Sexiest girl in the world. Ooh, so sexy. The sexiest girl in the world.